Good morning and welcome to the morning after. We have a great show ahead of us, so stick around. Welcome back, guys. I'm Kari Trice.
And I'm Janessa Andiorio.
And so today we're going to start off talking with an event that was recently put on called A Celebration of Life.
Very important, especially to Kari.
Yeah, so basically this event was an event for a student who passed away over the summer, part of our Quinnipiac community. Her name was Jackie Gray. And so she was an Ice Cat cheerleader, and one of my dance teammates, I'm on Dance Fusion, she wanted to put on an event to kind of bring all the dance teams together.
I think that's so sweet that
she
really thought it was not on her team and she reached out.
Yeah, because basically her dream was to see all the dance teams, Dance Fusion, Dance Co, Ice Cats, the cheer team, and Kickline, all of us come together.
I think you covered them.
Yeah, I just had to make sure I got them all. But so the show was a success. I talked to Lauren, who helped put it on. The show was definitely a success. She said that it was packed. It was filled with people from Jackie's hometown.
That's so great that they put something on for her community. I think really reaching into someone, doing that for their family and their friends, it means a lot to people.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It was like a 2-hour show. Yeah. So there were 18 different dances. There was a lot of different varieties, so it was cool to see all of the dance teams integrate and come together.
Yeah, I love how you guys really took the time out to make sure it was good, and I know she was in practice a lot because I live with her, so she was I gotta go practice. We have to make sure it's perfect. So a lot of the dancers put their heart into it, and I think that's what made it so special.
Yeah, I definitely think that it was a beautiful show. I mean, I watched some of it on the live stream. They're trying to work it out with YouTube right now to see if they can get the audio back, but it was a great show. Definitely some moments when you're watching her dance, because they include clips of her dancing as well. So it was definitely, it was beautiful, a little sad to watch, but.
Aww.
And they also, Lauren says that they also collected a lot of money. They sold little bracelets, and with a lot of people donated as they came to watch the show. And it turns out that the money might go towards a little award that someone will receive in honor of Jackie's name.
Okay, that would be really cool, a dancer kind of award maybe, or? Yeah,
I'm not so sure yet what it is, but something that's going to be in Jackie's name that someone will receive, so something to honor her.
That's cool. That's something I think Quinnipiac should definitely look into. That would be awesome.
So next, we are going to toss it to an entertainment segment with Ariel.
Good morning, Quinnipiac. I'm Ariel Sabo, and I'm bringing you some TMA entertainment. Attention all you country music fans. Last Wednesday, November 2nd, on ABC was the Country Music Awards. And boy, I can tell you that was one crazy night for country. This year marked the 50th anniversary of the Country Music Awards. Co-hosts Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley took the stage at the sold-out award show at the Bridgestone Arena in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Millions of viewers, Keith Urban, Miranda Lambert, Little Big Town, Tim McGraw, and many more performed. Some awards, but not all, included Entertainer of the Year, Garth Brooks, Male Vocalist of the Year, Chris Stapleton, Female Vocalist of the Year, Carrie Underwood, Vocal Group of the Year, Little Big Town, Album of the Year, Eric Church, Mr. Understood, and Song of the Year, Lori McKenna, Humble and Kind. Congrats to all the nominees and finalists. What an exciting night for country. Into some Pretty Little Liars news. The entire cast of this show has finally said their goodbyes. After 7 years in the making, Shay Mitchell, who plays Emily Fields, makes a farewell letter video on her YouTube page last Tuesday. Sad, anxious, excited, terrified, inspired, gratified, nervous, unsure, proud, upset, accomplished, relieved, devastated, lucky. I didn't know it was so possible to feel so much at once, yet I sit here with all my feelings, the 29-year-old said. Also, the entire cast decided to get matching tattoos to celebrate their amazing 7 years they've shared on the show together. What a special moment for the entire crew. Lastly, for today's entertainment, we have Taylor Swift beating Beyoncé, Adele, and Rihanna as the world's highest paid woman in the music industry in 2016. Forbes magazine released its list of the world's highest paid women in music for 2016, and as we already know, Taylor Swift came in an unbelievable lead, making $170 million last year yet alone. Swift's 1989 tour made her $250 million. Well, Quinnipiac, that's all day for today's entertainment. Have a great day, everyone. Now let's get back into the piazza for more exciting news.
All right, so we also recently had the CMAs.
Which were definitely interesting this year.
Yeah, I agree. There's been a lot of talk about the CMAs, specifically with Beyonce.
Yeah. I guess we'll start with that. So at the CMAs, Beyonce performed with the Dixie Chicks. She performed Daddy Lessons. What did you think about it?
I personally loved it. I am a big Beyonce fan. And I thought it sounded really cool to mix it with the Dixie Chicks. But at the same time, as big of a fan as I am of Beyonce's, I don't know if having her at the CMAs was right, because just because she had one country song on her album doesn't mean she's a country artist.
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel right. I don't know, when I saw the performance, like the Dixie Chicks looked like they were in their environment, and Beyonce was just all jeweled up with her dress. And like, I do like Beyonce, but I was just like, maybe she should have toned it down for the CMAs. It kind of looked weird to me. I don't know. She sounded great. They all sounded great. They have beautiful voices.
You know, that's Beyonce bringing her own style.
Yeah.
I love you, Beyonce.
I know you do. Okay. A few other highlights from the CMAs were that Maureen Morris won New Artist of the Year, Humble and Kind won Song of the Year, co-host Kari Underwood actually won Female Vocalist of the Year.
I love Kari Underwood.
I have to say she did a great job hosting. I watched her highlights. She's just so personable and fun that I loved it all.
I don't even really listen to country music, but I like Kari Underwood.
Oh, I'll listen to Kari Underwood, no problem.
There's certain people that I will listen to.
Who else?
Blake Shelton. I do like some of Blake Shelton's music.
I like Keith Urban.
I've heard of some of his songs, but I don't follow along with that. Rascal Flatts.
All right.
Those are cool. They were cool.
A little stretch there. All right, some other things. One really big thing that happened was that Randy Travis, who had a stroke 3 years ago, and it was pretty diminishing for his career and everything. He's a country singer. He came on the stage, and Underwood and Paisley, who's the other co-host, decided to sing his one song, Forever and Ever. And he sang the last line, and it had everyone in tears apparently at the CMAs, because it was such a touching moment to see him back up on stage, because he can't do it anymore. So it was really something special for them.
Yeah, I think country music can definitely sometimes be touching.
You know, there's some songs that are really good, and then you have other songs where it's the truck and the dog and my grandma.
And the dog and
where's
my
this
lady
going?
left me, or something like that.
It just gets a little crazy.
Yeah, but
overall it was good.
It was good. But up next we have John Welsh, who has some presidential facts for us.
Yay.
Hey there, everyone. With the presidential election a day away, I thought it'd be best to take a look back at the history of the presidency to give my top 5 facts on the highest office in the land. At number 5, we have the familial relations between the presidents. We've had 2 father-son presidencies with John Adams and John Quincy Adams, and George H.W. Bush being the father of George Bush. But there have been a number of indirect relations, such as Richard Nixon's being cousins with Jimmy Carter, and James Madison being third cousins to Barack Obama. At number 4, we have the lengths of presidencies. The longest-serving U.S. president has been Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was president for 4 terms lasting from March 4th, 1933 till his death on April 2nd, 1945. The shortest-serving president was William Henry Harrison, who lasted 32 days in office and whose only notable achievement was having the longest inaugural address in history. At number 3, we have the demographics of the presidency. In the U.S., we have the same general background for all but 2 of our presidents. All presidents have been white Protestant males, save for John F. Kennedy, who was Catholic, and Barack Obama, who was black. At number 2, we have the assassinations of the presidents. The 2 most famous having been Lincoln and Kennedy. James Garfield was killed by Charles Guiteau due to anger that Guiteau did not get the nomination. And the last assassination was William McKinley, killed by an anarchist, Leon Chalkitz. And at number 1, we have the party affiliation of the presidency. George Washington entered the presidential office with no political party and has even argued against them. However, he is the only president to do so. John Taylor was the closest we've had since then, formally withdrawing from the Whig Party during his presidency in his first year of office. But all other 42 presidents have been affiliated with either the Federalist, Democratic Republicans, Whigs, Democrats, or Republicans. And that's all I have this week. Back to Janessa and Kari.
Thank you for those interesting facts. All right, so now we have our weather forecast. So for this week, it's going to be pretty comfortable. On Monday, we're going to have a high of 55, low of 36. Tuesday, a high of 64. Wednesday, a high of 60, but it is going to be a little bit cloudy. On Thursday, we have a high of 57, low of 40. Friday, a high of 57 and a low of 34, but the weekend is going to be a little bit chilly because Saturday looks like it's going to be 44 and a low of 29, and Sunday is going to be 48 and a low of 33. So looks like that is going to be back to the fall weather. It's going to be a little chilly this weekend. And next, we're going to take a quick commercial break, so we'll be right back.
It's 9:30 Eastern, and you know what that means. Sports Pause is on the air.
We have ball played up the middle. Iman Will with a little cheat off the pipe.
Preseason just boils down to going after another national championship and not necessarily focusing on the one before.
MJ, it is time for our favorite part of the show. It's the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by B&D Deli, home of the Q-Dog.
Let's talk about the first play you want to break down.
Yeah, let's break it down right away.
But the one name I'm going to throw out there is a freshman, Mika Maples.
Coming up on hashtag that.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
I'm gonna be like, my nose is gonna go in that.
All right, up next we're going to talk about Bono, and we have a game package. But first we're going to see what Erica has to say with health news.
Thanks guys, Erica Bloomberg here with your latest health news. In Washington state, 8 children ages 3 to 14 have come down for polio-like illness. This illness, acute facet myelitis, attacks the nervous system and could possibly lead to paralysis if left untreated. However, unlike polio, this has no vaccine for prevention. 5 of the 8 children have already been sent home, and the remaining 3 are still being treated at Seattle Children's Hospital. It appears none of these children will have long-term effects from the disease. A new study shows that smoking causes direct damage to DNA. Smoking 1 pack a day can lead to changes in cells of the lungs, larynx, oral cavity, and other organs exposed to the smoke. This increases the chance of genetic mutation and therefore increases the risk of cancer. Smoking has been linked to 17 different types of cancer, and there are about 6 million deaths a year due to this. A 50-year-old man has been diagnosed with hepatitis after excessive daily energy drink consumption. Although hepatitis is a virus transmitted through bodily fluids, this man still had antibodies for it in his blood. This looks a lot like a case back in 2011 where a 22-year-old woman had been drinking 10 energy drinks a day. The suspected cause is an overdose of the energy drink ingredient niacin. Although nothing has been proven yet, it should serve as a warning to those drinking more than the recommended amount. And finally, a recent study has proven a birth control shot for men 96% effective in preventing pregnancy. The shot contains 1,000 milligrams of testosterone and 200 milligrams of norethistérone. The study involved 320 men between the ages of 18 and 45, but was cut short when negative side effects occurred. There was a total of 1 case of increased heart rate and 1 case of depression. Further research was required. However, as some women's birth control has also been shown to cause similar side effects. Well, that's all I have for you today. Stay healthy and back to Janessa and Kari.
Thanks, Erica. So now we're back and we're going to talk about Bono. And
yes. Glamour Magazine's Women of the Year.
Yeah, so how does that
There's been some big controversy because U2 singer Bono was named Man of the Year.
Well, he didn't know.
Women of the Year topic. It doesn't make sense.
I'm not seeing the connection there.
Neither am I. Like, so they're saying that they awarded him first Man of the Year because of his campaigning for women's rights.
And that's all great. That's really like good. Thank you for helping women out and everything.
But I feel like that really defeats the purpose because basically Women of the Year was created to get rid of this patriarchal society that we live in. And so having a man be the first Man of the Year just really, I think it just defeats the whole thing.
It just makes no sense to me because when will a woman ever receive Man of the Year?
Yeah, if there was such a thing as Men of the Year, you'll never see a woman win that.
You really wouldn't. And there obviously was a lack of women or something that they couldn't find another.
Like one I've seen some tweets and someone said like, oh, because there isn't enough like 3.7 million women to choose from that could win this award.
You know what else makes me mad? Like, okay, yes, I'm glad he's advocating for women and everything, but he's never been a woman. He doesn't know what it's like to be a woman. He hasn't grown up, experiencing every month, every emotion that women feel, like how we're treated.
Exactly.
It's totally different when you're a man and a woman.
I understand. I really do appreciate like what he's doing, fighting for women's rights and whatnot. He did say, quote, men are largely responsible for the problem, so we have to be involved in the solutions. And I do understand what he's saying.
I'm all for the support. I'm all for him supporting, but I don't know if he should have accepted it.
He shouldn't have accepted it. He's not a woman.
I just think he should have been like, this should go to someone who knows what it's like day and night to be a woman, to live as a woman.
There are so many other women who could have received that award, and he took place of, I just don't understand Glamour Magazine's thoughts.
Yeah. We can go on all day for this.
Yeah, but next we actually have to see what Mike has in store for us with his game package.
Thanks guys, Mike here, and I'm back once again to torture my Q30 friends with another almost impossible game. This week it is Crazy Hexagon by Zhang Chao. Let's see how they do.
Wait, I'm trapped. This is so frustrating. Oh, ooh. Ah, what's happening? What's happening? What? Wait, what's happening? What just happened? What's going on? What's going on?
I'm stressed. I need to talk to a professional. I feel claustrophobic right now.
Should I just go faster? Is that the strategy? Oh. Is there a strategy? A secret? Or a cheat, maybe?
Oh my god.
I cheated the game.
You cheated the game.
I cheated the game.
Look at this. Look at this. He's cheating.
I'm cheating. Oh.
All right. So now go to the. So now try and find another ball.
Definitely.
Oh no! Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
How long did I get? Every time I think I have it, it's like, nah, you ain't got it, fam.
Wow. What do I win? It's all about anticipating the next move. Ah!
So much for that. Did you just...
I am failing miserably at this. Is there an easier level?
Wow, I'm gonna have a seizure by the end of this. Delgado, where do you find this?
Yeah, I'm not very good at this.
I'm starting to get a headache from all the spinning. And I'm just confused because I feel like I'm not hitting the walls, but it's telling me that I am.
I'll just stay there. I mean, I don't even... Oh, no. Dang it.
It's like anti-therapy. Like, you're just like, okay, you can do this.
Nope. MJ, just come play.
All right. That's enough spinning and dying for now. So let's send it back into the piazza with Janessa and Kari.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we have some guest interviewers.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken and cheese for just over $4. Giant cheesesteak subs and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Q-Cash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
Coming up on Bobcat Breakdown.
Coming up on Bobcat Breakdown.
And welcome into Studio 125.
So what? So what? If you score 40 points in a basketball game, we all know you play Quinnipiac intramurals. We all know you love to shoot the rock.
Well, if you think that's the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, what I'm about to say, I guess, is going to be pretty ridiculous in your book. But I'm going to say yes, there is a controversy. I'm
getting ready to punch the ball as it lands right in front of another Monumental player.
All this and more.
Coming up on the Q30 Newscast.
Coming up on hashtag that.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
All right, we're here with Amber and Lauren, who are going to tell us about their theater production, The Clean House, that opens this week.
Yeah,
right?
It opens this Thursday.
This Thursday, awesome.
What time?
It's going to be at 7:30.
Okay, so Amber, can you tell us about your role as you're playing Dr. Lane?
Yes. So Lane, like you said, is a doctor who is married to this man called Charles, who is also a doctor. They work at the same hospital.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they met, and they've been married for quite a while. And everything kind of changes when she hires this cleaning woman, Matilda. And
all right. Yes.
There are just some interesting aspects that go along, and I'll let you talk about your character now.
Okay, yeah, can you tell us about your character, Matilda?
So my character is Matilda, and she speaks Portuguese because she's from Brazil. But she also has an accent when she speaks English. So that's been interesting for me to learn because I've never had to speak Portuguese or have the accent.
Oh yeah, that is.
I was going to say, did you know Portuguese before?
No.
Or have you taken Spanish?
I haven't.
No.
So
Okay.
it's been totally new. And actually, when you look at Spanish writing, like when you say it in Portuguese, it's totally different.
Is it really?
So,
okay.
Yeah, so it's been totally new.
That's
but
awesome.
yeah, so my character Matilda, pronounced Matilde in Portuguese.
Cool.
She was hired by Lane to be her cleaning lady, and my character is depressed for most of the show until she meets Anna, who reminds her of her mother, and my character just kind of spends the show finding the perfect joke.
Okay.
And yeah.
So what's your favorite part about playing these characters so far?
I think Lane is just such a deep character because we see her from the start as this incredibly confident woman she doesn't really need anyone to help her out because she's so independent. And just throughout the show with everything that's happening, and it turns out her husband's cheating on her.
Oh, wow.
So it's this huge moment where she doesn't know what to do because she never thought anything like this could happen.
Yeah.
And so just being able to play through all those emotions where she goes from anger to just utter sadness and defeat to trying to be able to learn how to forgive again. And it's a great journey to go through.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about for you, Lauren?
Yeah.
What's like your favorite part? Is it speaking the Portuguese?
Yeah, so it has been really challenging, but it's also rewarding to know that like I have learned the accent and I have like gotten my language, so.
Can you give us a
good. Now you
preview?
can add a language.
I'm gonna give you a little preview.
Yeah, just real quick.
Omorita perguta para mulher.
I don't know about you, but I kind of want to see her do the whole scene now.
All right. Well, next we are going to see what Kelly has for us.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Great. Thank you for having us.
The Student Government Association's Public Relations Committee is trying to promote student culture with a new video series called Be a Better Bobcat.
So it's pretty much just to promote being a better Bobcat, a better member of the Quinnipiac community.
The first video was released last Friday and it currently has over 1,000 views. It features members of the committee reminding students of responsible behavior.
So our first video, we talked about responsible drinking. We put that out so it could be around the same time as Halloween weekend because we know everybody goes out that time. Just reminding people, like, simple things. Make sure you go out with friends. Just smart things to do as a student when it comes to drinking because this is a college campus, so we just want everyone to be responsible and smart.
SGA's goal in creating the video campaign is to make a positive change on campus for the students. Lynch hopes this will have more of an impact than something more impersonal like an email from administration.
An email doesn't, I mean, I get emails and I read half of them, and I'm sure people read half of them or even none of them. So if you see something from Allison, who's in your class, or from Dylan, who's in your dorm, like it's going to have a little more meaning and it's going to be more relatable than hearing something from administration.
The PR committee is also hoping to reach students by rebranding the organization and giving more information out through social media.
We're going to start putting up the Tuesday 2 results so students actually know what the results are. I know the students take them, but they don't necessarily know what the results are going to be. We also have a spotlight of the week, which is going to be us highlighting / showcasing a group, a team, an event, a student that did something like really cool. So once a week we're going to have something that we're going to promote.
SGA has received positive feedback about the first video and have a variety of topics planned for the rest of the academic year in hopes of reminding students to just simply be a better Bobcat.
All right, thanks, Kelly. So looks like SGA has a new campaign.
I hope it goes over well.
Yeah. So we were looking up some new Netflix shows.
You know, all college students love Netflix.
Yes.
So let's begin with your favorite, Luke
Cage. It's a great show.
Give him a little overview,
show.
Kari.
So basically, it's like a new superhero show, and it's about this black man who is working a lot of jobs, you know, struggling to make it, but he has these special powers. He's super strong, and he's able to take bullets, so he doesn't die from them.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah, and it's really cool to see that, especially what's going on with recent current events.
Definitely.
In this day and age, I think it's a great show to watch. Definitely recommend it. I'm on episode 3, still going strong.
Got 5 stars, so if you're looking for something to start, that's a great place.
Yeah.
Another new show that came out is called The Crown, and this one also got 5 stars. It's about Queen Elizabeth and her reign, like through Europe. So I'm gonna start it. Haven't started it yet, but should be pretty interesting. Okay, can I talk about, this isn't a new show, but on Netflix they released a new season of Shameless. And if you haven't watched Shameless, it is the best show ever, okay? It's like,
yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
So, she hasn't watched it, but I'll let you know. Okay, so it's about this dysfunctional family. There's like 8 or 7 kids, and they have a dad who's an alcoholic. And it sounds sad because it's horrible, but it's the most hilarious and messed up show you will ever watch. Like, I don't even know how to explain how funny it is, though. So if you really want a new show, Shameless, hands up, like you have to watch it. Not even down, like just hands up.
There's also, what was one of the other shows that you talked about?
Oh, they're also, one of the newer shows is called Between, which is a random virus is starting to kill people in this town, and they're not really sure what's happening. I know in the first episode, there's a pregnant woman who's trying to get rid of a baby or something, so like tune in, could be interesting. I don't know, but Shameless, definitely Shameless.
Definitely some interesting shows that we have that we can all start watching.
You know, instead of papers. But I think that's all the time we have for today.
That's all the time that we have. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Q30 Television.
Yep.
I believe it's that.
We have our own website, so check it out and tune in next Monday.